Welcome back to Survive, a podcast which I, Carter, determine kills from our favorite horror movies and tell if a kill it can be denied or if they just die. Today we'll be breaking down Halloween 2, one of my favorite sequels in this franchise, not just because of the kills, but because of the storyline. This film features actors Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Pleasance, and Dick Warlock. Anyways, let's just jump right in. The movie starts in time on October 31st, 1978, a day after when Halloween 1 took place. The movie pans a couple minutes of the last best scene of Halloween. I didn't talk about it last time, but Laurie is attacked by Michael and gets sliced on the muscle. Samuel Loomis, the policeman, played by Pleasance, shoots Michael 7 times, unlike the first film where Loomis shoots Michael 6 times. The movie shows Michael falling off the landing and disappearing, the classic Michael move. After the title card shows, we get a shot of Michael in first person scoping out Loomis by a cop car. Michael sneaks into an old folks' home and steals a kitchen knife sitting on a cutting board while the old couple watches Night of the Living Dead. Now, here's the kills. A teenage girl by the name of Alice Martin is on a call with a friend while Michael enters her home. She sees her front doors open. Right beside her is Michael, who pops up and stabs Alice in the chest. A quick kill, but a slick blood splash into the camera. With this kill, it would have been obvious that Michael was right below her, because how could she not see him with her peripheral vision? Since the door was peeked open, once Alice saw Michael, she could have ran out the door and went to a neighbor's house, hide there, and be safe from the murderer. This kill is deemed denied. The movie goes back to Tommy Doyle's house, where Laurie Strode is transferred out of the house and into an ambulance because of her wound. Laurie makes it to the hospital when another patient is a young boy with a razor stuck in his mouth. Laurie is put to sleep on a bed. Later, a kill happens, which I'm not going to analyze, but a teenage trick-or-treater dressed as Michael is killed when another police officer, besides Loomis, crashes into the teenage boy and makes a huge fire and burns the poor man. His name is Ben Tramer, who was a guy Laurie liked. Michael later overhears that Laurie was sent to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, so Michael obviously strolls on over there. Laurie later finds out from a paramedic who has a crush on her that Michael Myers was her murderer, and Laurie talks about the story of a young Michael killing his sister. A security man named Garrett hands a young girl named Janet a walkie-talkie with no instruction. The next kill is when Garrett searches through a lot and opens a door to find Michael with a hammer, and he claws him right to the head. Now with this kill, Garrett had a flashlight, but with the silence and Michael standing still, it was impossible for Garrett to hear Michael behind the door while he was searching. This kill is a die. A couple of workers by the name of Bud and Karen hang out in a hot tub, but that's when Michael turns the knob on the heater to raise the heat, and Bud gets out to check on it. Karen is distracted by herself, and in silence, Bud is killed by a strangle with a cord that Michael wrapped around his neck. This kill was obviously not a surprise at all due to what we know about Michael, but it was a surprise to Bud. But when you're turning on a knob something, you of course are gonna be chill when you do so. So when Michael attacks him, nothing could be done because once again, when Linda was killed in the first movie, Michael was behind her, same as what happens to Bud. So this kill is deemed a die. Next to go is Karen, when Michael comes near Karen and makes her think it's Bud when it's Michael after all. With the hot, steaming water below Karen, she later realizes above her is Michael. That's when he takes her neck and starts dunking her under the boiling water over and over until her skin burns off. With that, Karen is dead. This kill could have been obvious to anyone in Karen's shoes. Michael's hand in the film is disgusting and covered in dirt, which of course is not Bud's hand, but still with Karen in the tub, she's chest deep in, which wouldn't get her time to get out of there quickly enough. This kill is surprisingly a die as well. While Loomis later hops into a car with his former co-worker, Marion Chambers, she talks about a file revealing that Michael is Laurie's brother. Laurie is found unresponsive when 2 paramedics come in, so when the young Janet gets ordered by the newly introduced nurse Jill to grab Dr. Mixter, Jane finds that Dr. Mixter has been killed by a syringe stuck in his eyeball. This kill was an off-screen, so like I said, I'm not going to discuss it. But when Janet backs up right into Michael and he sticks a syringe full of air into Janet's face, which somehow kills her. This kill happened very quickly, and with the setting, which was dark, it would have been hard for Janet to suspect anyone there, as well as being creeped out by Mixer's body. So with this kill, it's a die. Nurse Jill gets distracted by another room, and Michael walks into Laurie's and starts stabbing at her comforters, only to lift it up and find pillows. Laurie somehow escaped from her pet bed and is now escaping the hospital. Another kill is seen, but happened off screen when a paramedic walks into her room and finds that a nurse that goes by Alves has her blood drained out when he slips on the blood. Sorry. Alves has her blood drained and is soaking up the floor. So as usual, I'm not going to discuss it, but the paramedic is knocked out when he slips on the blood and falls on his back. Laurie is in the hallways trying to become conscious again when Nurse Jill finds her and is attacked from the back by Michael with a scalpel. Jill is lifted up, stiff but unable to move until Michael releases a scalpel and she lies dead. This kill was a good one, but when Laurie finds Michael behind her, she warns her, but Jill seems confused. But Michael is quick to move, which makes it not possible for Jill to escape the kill. Laurie runs away, finding corpses all over the place. When the whole gang, consisting of Laurie, Loomis, and the Marshal, gang up, Loomis shoots Michael several times, and that's when Michael smashes through the door unconsciously. And that's when Michael plays dead for the Marshal to check on him, only to get his throat slit by Michael. The Marshal is very stupid in doing so, but to the smart ones out there, they should have made sure by shooting him in the head or killing him somewhere else. To the normal people, this kill would be a deny, but to him, it was a die. Later, Loomis and Laurie group up and start attacking Michael. That's when Laurie and Loomis start turning the gas on and making it so that they can burn Michael. Laurie and Loomis succeed, only to find that Michael is walking through the hallways, covered in flames. The movie ends when Laurie is strolled back into an ambulance, but it started as the beginning. Overall, this movie had 2 denies and 4 dies. Overall, more dies than denies. Good job, Michael. Make sure to tune in next time for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Peace out.